Hey everybody, I'm Alex,
I'm Allie. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Haley.
and we're Back Products. Now everybody knows that Chicago weather is crazy, but did you know that the average January temperature in Chicago is 12 degrees Fahrenheit? That's crazy cold, and it can get even colder during the winter with wind chills going down to -30 and even -40. Now what does this mean? It also means weather in Chicago is crazy in the winter, but it's also crazy during the summer when it can get up to around 80, 90, and even 100 degrees. So whether you're a business commuter, someone that walks to school in the morning, it's always a challenge to stay warm during the winter and cool during the summer. That's where Back Products comes in. We'll provide a heated pouch that you can attach to your backpack to allow you, that will have inside it a heated pouch or cooled pouch that will help you stay warm during the summer, or warm during the winter and cool during the summer through our heating technology that will help you heat up your spine, heat up your core, and in turn heat up your extremities.
We found our TAM by adding up the total number of people in our customer segment and in the U.S. and we multiplied it by the price per product and got $940 million. And for SAM, we did the exact same thing except we took the number of business commuters in Illinois and got $12.7 million. And for market sizing, we estimate to have around 180 to 200 customers within the first year.
We have two main competitors, the Milwaukee Heated Jacket and Eskimo Cooling System. Ours is both more or less expensive and more convenient because for the heated jacket, it's heated by coils, but it's like bulky and you have to carry it around. And that ranges from $199 to $325. And the Eskimo Cooling System is a big vest over your clothes, and you have to wear a jacket or a backpack over that circulates the cooling water, and that's $260 to $480.
So for our customer interviews, we decided we wanted to, when we started out, we had two main customer segments we were potentially looking at, and that was college students as well as business commuters. But both Haley and Annie went out to numerous colleges. They interviewed students at those colleges to figure out if they would actually consider buying this product. And what we found from those interviews is that those people, while the college students liked the idea, they didn't have the money to buy the product. So we found that we narrowed our customer segments based on that to business commuters who have the money to buy our product. So for our financial model, as we look at our revenue, we've kind of fluctuated in price a little bit, and we're still open to changing our price. We've decided to round a price of about $200, which will give us a gross profit margin based on our cost of goods sold, which I'll mention later, of about 54% per unit sold. We're also exploring the option of selling our pads, heating pads and cooling pads individually from our product to make the cost of the product more applicable to our consumers and cheaper for our consumers. In year one, we plan to sell about 180 units, and that's about 15 to 20 units per month. And based on our marketing and advertising campaign, we're planning to launch in year 2 and year 1. We plan to expand our units sold to around 6,000 in year 5. For our cost of goods sold, it came down because we're a product to two main things, which was the cost of our materials and the cost of our labor to make the product. For our materials, we figured out that it's about $77 for the pouch we want to store it in, as well as both the heating pad and the cooling pad, and the Velcro that will be used to attach it to the backpack, as well as $15 for the labor to create it, which gives us a total cost for our COGS of $92, and that will give us a gross profit margin of 54%. For our SG&A costs, in year 1, we would plan to incorporate our company, as well as spend money on basic accounting expenses, which will come out to around $600 in our first year. And by year 2, we'd like to purchase an office space, rent an office space for ourselves, as well in year 3, start paying ourselves salaries. So that cost in year 5 will go up to about $120,000. If you look at our 5-year revenue and profit profile, our profit goes way up in the 4th and 5th year, and that's just because of the as we continue to grow our customer base, we'll have more products sold, and we'll be able to generate more revenue through that.
Our MVP consists of our website and our 5 prototypes. We hope that our website helps helps us get valuable feedback, and eventually we'll have that as a channel. And our 3 materials that we're using for our MVP is the Velcro, the slip, and the heating pad, and it's only the heating pad for our MVP because of the weather right now.
By using these materials, we were able to show off our best feature of our idea while spending the least amount of money. And like Haley just said, due to the weather circumstances, we are sticking to the heating system only. The main idea is to insert a heating pad into a pouch, which can be connected to a backpack with the 2 Velcro strips. By using these materials, we are able to connect a pouch to any backpack rather than one specific brand. And once we have 5 prototypes, we hope to give 1 prototype to 1 volunteer friend each of us, so they can test it while walking from their car into the school or anytime outside, and then we can use their feedback to either adjust it if necessary or learn what we can do better with MVP. We will be measuring our success based off of the website as well as the prototype. Concerning our website, our key metrics will be measured by the number of clicks or visitors and the number of subscribers. And for our prototype, we are measuring our key metrics based off of the number of people satisfied as well as the number of people willing to pay.
For our timeline, we need to have all of the products ordered and the prototype done by February 22nd, so then we can have our self-test done by the 4th, so then we are able to finish before we can give them to our volunteers to test. And then during that time, we need to put our website up so then our customers can give us our feedback, so then more customers can see what it is. And then we need our final product done by May 1st, so we have enough time to get everything ready for our final presentation.
And as far as cost savings go, we need about $37 for each individual heating pad and $5 for the outer neoprene casing. And to stick the actual pouch to the backpack, we are using sticky back Velcro, which is $10.49 for 10 feet, so one can easily attach and detach the slip. And lastly, $12 per month for the weekly website subscription service to draw on potential customers.
We are asking the investors for a total of $300, and that cost will cover both the cost of our weekly website subscription for 4 months, as well as the cost of 5 working prototypes we will be able to test with ourselves, as well as people around the school and people of our actual customer segment and business commuters. We are back products, and we've got your back. Thank you very much.
Guys, what problem is Back Products solving? And walk me through what you did to validate that problem and who's likely to benefit.
Sure. So we discovered that in the winter, especially with people that walk to school in the morning, especially people that walk down and train. I've talked to my parents who commute downtown sometimes, and my group members have talked to their parents and people that work downtown, and they just say that during the winter, because it's so freezing, it's always a challenge to stay warm. And when people commute down and they have to walk 15 minutes from the train, it's just really hard when you have to walk with a huge coat on and you've got 3 bags and your briefcase. So we were trying to solve that problem by making our solution less bulky and easier to use.
Another member on our team who is not here, her and I both have dads who commute down to Chicago every day and work at the Board of Trade, and we both found that they have the problem of carrying many jackets because of the freezing cold temperature, and we also found that it's very common for commuters to use backpacks rather than briefcases because it's easier to walk however long they have to walk to their work. So we figured we could incorporate something that allows them to stay warm, and the main goal is so that they don't have to carry as many layers.
Did you, well, here's a suggestion, I'm going to presume that you guys didn't do this because it's during school hours, but go to the metro one day, I don't know, somehow, during either maybe after school when people are coming off the trains, and sample how many people are wearing backpacks. Because that'll give you a better idea of kind of your market size. Because it's not just all commuters, right? It's commuters that wear backpacks that are compatible with your device.
We actually found that a lot of the people we talked to, I know Allie said that a lot of the people that they talked to did wear backpacks and saw a lot of people. I guess I don't exactly have the statistic to back that up, but I know that it is a big thing that people do wear backpacks. backpacks, especially people who go downtown.
Between 5, between about 5:25 and 6:15, the four of you probably sample about 1,000 people and figure out how many people are wearing backpacks.
Just count.
It takes an hour, just count.
Yeah, just one day, and I think you'll have a pretty nice answer.
So how hot do these pads get? Because I'm trying to imagine how much heat, if someone's wearing a coat, which they would be on the train, so the heat's got to go through the coat to their body. The competitors that you showed are directly, on the person, but you're going to get more direct heat. But then the backpack is going to have a laptop and other things that might be not so friendly to heat.
Right.
So I'm trying to understand, how hot it gets and if have you thought about the actual?
Yeah, so one of the riskiest assumptions we were testing with our MVP is that we want to know how well it works and how well it heats up someone's back.
Right,
So that will be part of the metric we're measuring in satisfaction is how well did it work, how well did the heat get through, and if it becomes a problem, something we're finding that people aren't feeling as much as we think they should, we would definitely explore adoptions of maybe making it thinner or closer to the body.
Yeah, and then also with what the effect is to contents in the backpack, because that's going to be on all the time. Or is it got an on and off switch type thing?
I believe so, yeah. What peating pad we were looking at looked like it was battery powered and it would be able to be turned on and off.
And you need 5, did you pick 5 because you had 5 people on the team?
We wanted to be able to test with like each one of our friends. Listen.
I was just saying, yeah, because we would be able to test for ourselves and also our friends.
And this is a portable device that could be moved from one backpack to another.
Right, that was the idea behind the Velcro. That it could be.
Portability, yes.
And so, you gotta think about universal sizing and all that, but what you may wanna do with these 5 is actually get 50 different customer opinions by everybody using it for a day or two and giving you feedback.
That's the idea. Yeah.
Okay.
We would maybe each week or each few days, we would kind of switch it out. We would each kind of have one backpack that we would kind of give out to people to allow them to test it.
And I would think that Cara's point about it radiate, the energy going both ways could be a problem because your backpack could get really warm. You might want to think about a way to insulate it or deflect the heat in one direction as you think about the design.
Maybe that's something we could look into too, as well.
When you were looking at your customer segments, were commuters the only customer segment you explored, or the others?
No, we explored the college students, but then when Haley and Annie, the member girls in here, when they went to visit colleges and do some interviews, they found that many college students said they would not pay for it because they have other costs.
Did you look at sports, potential sports uses for skiers, for example?
Yeah, we thought about that originally. We were kind of trying to go with people that were easier to reach by us. And we could have reached college students fairly easily, and we can reach business commuters easily as well, like you were saying, through the train and things like that. So it was a little harder for us to contact sports people. That's why we got
The reason I ask this is flip it. So it's not so much because it's easier for you as potential entrepreneurs, but for the people who would actually benefit from your UVP, from your positioning with this product, who's really the most likely to benefit from this kind of a product? And so I'm pulling sports, winter sports athletes out of the air.
I use it in my car seat, on my back, right before the car seat
Sure.
come up.
That's what we were trying to make it portable, is it allows a wide range of different uses that we can explore.
So you're getting a theme of questions here that people are fairly skeptical about the customer segment.
Yes.
Do you have evidence to kind of say, okay, we're wrong, I've talked to 300 people, X number of people told me I want it. Any data that you can provide us that would make us feel more comfortable that that customer segment is truly valid? We got that the customer segment of college students isn't, that they told you that, although I'd like to hear the data around that as well.
Okay. We don't have any specific data as far as like how many people said yes, but I know the majority of the people we interviewed, which was around, did you say 20 or 30 people?
25.
Yeah, they said around 15 to 20 people said they really did think it
So
was.
you interviewed 20 to 30 business people,
Yes.
and 15-ish said yes,
Yeah,
I'd be interested.
yes.
At that price point, at $200?
It's up.
We're still exploring moving
But did
around.
they say they're interested at that price? Did you know the price when you interviewed?
This was fairly early on, so we're still,
Because that's the key.
It's an aggressive price point for a backpack, as you
Yeah.
would know.
Well, and it's not a backpack.
Well, I mean, it's
just
adapting to a
an
backpack.
adapter.
Yeah.
that's the thing, is it is fairly expensive to make, so.
Because the backpacks are 90% of them are under $200. So
Yeah.
you're asking a pretty substantial price point for that product.
And we're like trying to figure out if we can only do like part of the backpack, like if you're like live in Florida and you don't need the heating when it comes with like the heating, cooling, and like the pouch, like maybe if we made it like separate.
So we could sell them individually, you can buy either the heating or the cooling, instead of paying $200 for them to come together. And that way it'll be cheaper.
Yeah, I think the cooling is an entirely separate market than the heating.
Right.
You started off with 12 degrees, you didn't start off with 95. There's just not that, in different parts of the country, you're going to target here, that you need to be cool. Walk in the morning, come back at night as a business person. It's not that hot at 7 in the morning, it's not that hot at 6. I just don't see that as a viable product. You can prove that out. I'd stick with narrow heating if that's what
We originally started with heating, we were exploring the option of expanding to cooling, and we think
and make sure your product's significantly more complex.
I actually would tell you, I think the bigger problem is cooling when you're, if you're talking to a business person that wears a suit and wants to not hurt their back by wearing a backpack, the problem is your shirt is total sweat when you're done. And it's just a bad, and
Bad combination.
it's a bad combination. So,
I would recommend, I think that for the MVP, that you might be better off doing sort of a mock-up website and design on, and test, would somebody have a need for this, want it at this price point, and assess interest before you go to prototype.
Agreed.
And, come back, I mean, this is what I'll suggest is, maybe, and then make one prototype, and then come back, get your data first, that's the key. Do they want cooling, do they want heating? What is the case use? Is it commuting, is it sports? And get a better feel for what the market is.
and literally show them the product, you can build one,
Yeah,
tell them the price point,
yeah.
and prompt them to, what you could do is ask for a pre-order.
Yeah.
Great, can I put you on the list, and it's not totally a commitment, but would you like to pre-order one? And you'll find out real quick whether there's a market for it.
Yeah.
And if it's not business people, I would not abandon the college folks yet.
Yeah.
I would do the exact same thing with that cohort, and maybe even a couple of other customer segments. Or the other way to approach this problem is through a different use case. So you're taking the use case of the backpack.
Right.
Kara came up and said, well, put it on my car. That might be another use case for it. The same concept, you're strapping, you're attaching something to a seat. The other one, we had somebody in here earlier taking the stadium chair.
That's great.
I will tell you where you freeze is out of BC watching your kids' soccer
That's a
games.
great thought, yeah.
You will sell these things like crazy if you have a hot and cool on those two seats.
Or
So your
any-
basics pad, it could have different accessories for different uses.
Right.
And then you offer a heating one, a cooling one, a combo one, with different strap type of attachments, accessories, and put those all on a page on your website and see which ones get the most orders.
See,
That
You're
your test your
testing
theory
out
that
Kind of
way.
expanded to
Right,
narrow it
product
down.
line, right.
That's a great idea, because any parent of a supposedly spring sport knows that spring doesn't happen here till June, but meanwhile, all of April and all of May, you're freezing, watching your kids run around the track on the bleachers. So
Well, the bleachers
low
here are
risk.
aluminum. They're
Right,
cold.
Right, they're cold.
Last
So
Washington
low
Star.
risk way to test your concept and to find a match for a potential customer segment. It would just instill more confidence in that.
So we're gonna say build a prototype, one, maybe two.
Okay.
and then experiment with customer segments and use cases.
And use the website to do that.
And use, or interviews. I mean, you could literally go out to the football game and put it on the seat and say, boy, I'm warm, or you know, try this. And just pass it down. You know, do you guys want one of those?
I wouldn't be surprised if you pivot to this type of position over the business person.
Yeah.
Football games, college, everything, it's not just here.
Field.
Baseball games during.
Baseball games, softball, track.
Hans, do you want that prototype? Will you coach this spring?
Huh?
Get together.
I'd like to be like 3 of them.